Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Door Shutter coming back to episode 61 of Direwolf20's 1.19 mod pack. And of course, today I did a little bit of stuff off camera. I got 3 more liquid compressors. This one's still running on gasoline, but these other ones are running on liquid ethylene. I've increased the actual pumpkin production over here as well. So we've got that biomass overflow, which means that we just kind of have an ethylene and all of that jazz. And this looks like it's a visual bug here. So if I break this, it should actually fix itself. So it seems like Ender tanks have like some rendering issues. Yeah, you can see that's a thing. And then over here, I believe this one probably has the same issue. I'm thinking it's kind of like when you unload the chunks kind of thing. Yeah, see how that's full now? And if we just set this to output again, there we go. But yeah, so I've got all those going, and the redstone stuff, of course, just the same as this. Repeater to increase signal strength to over here, and redstone pen to get them to actually activate each other. I've got 9 unassembled PCBs here, and I want to show you quickly how to get to this point, right? So we have, of course, put this in here. We've got the speed upgrade, so this will be a bit quicker. You can see how much faster this is, but of course, it does use a lot more pressure. You can see that we're dropping pretty quickly here, but it is done. So we grab this empty PCB. We can throw this in here into the etching acid. Of course, if you do heat this up, I believe is what it said, we can speed this up. Or just, perfect. Unassembled PCB. Now, we take these unassembled PCBs and we connect them with capacitors and transistors. I'm going to just do all of them. Perfect. Because I got plenty of these from loot. I'm not even going to have to craft any of them for a little while. But now we should be able to get this stuff. So we need an assembly platform. I believe we need 3 of these things, which means we're going to need 3 hoppers. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to need an assembly controller. Oh, did I miscalculate? No. There we go. Don't know why I didn't do that, but all right. So I'm not 100% sure how this works, but I know we need it. That's all I got. So let's grab some blocks here. So I'm assuming we'll place this here. This here, here, and here. I don't know if these need to be rotated or anything. And then we actually need to make one of these an import. So we just put it in here. And I don't think there's another version. But we can actually check. So if I do assembly IO unit, assembly IO unit, assembly laser. Okay, so actually one of these is wrong. I didn't need one of these. I needed a laser. Assembly laser. So I need this thing, which needs glass, red glass. So I actually need to make up some red glass here, and then we can get an assembly laser. All right, so I thought it was the same thing. Wasn't the same thing. No harm, no foul. All right, so this is export, and this is import. I'm not 100% sure which is which, because of course some mods do things a little differently. So we're going to put a chest right here, and then we're going to put our assembly controller here. All right. And then I'm not sure where pressure goes. It might go on the bottom here. I don't know, we can try. No? Okay, and then if that's the case, I probably want to drop this then. Drop it down 1. But I'm going to drop it down 1 probably right here then. Kind of move it out of the way a little so we can actually get towards pressure a little bit easier. All right. So platform, import, laser, and then pressure. No? Okay, where does pressure come from? All right, let's break this because we're losing pressure from the system. Alright, let's look at the book. That's my next option. Let's see. To be able to craft higher tier materials, you need an assembly system, a collection of machines. The assembly machines, these machines communicate with each other when they're horizontally adjacent. Only one machine of each type can exist within the exception of the assembly I/O unit. See below. The assembly line runs on compressed air, but you need to supply air to the assembly controller to power the whole system. Okay, how do you get air? Let's look at the bottom of this block. Okay, I'm assuming, yeah. Okay, I was right. I had it right at the first time. Alright, one more time. So we're going to place a block, 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 block. And then we can run pressure tubes. Okay, we're just going to run it like that for right now. And we're going to need to... I did this kind of for visual, by the way. And of course, we're going to have the blocks back there. So, assembly controller. Export. And then let's grab these back in our inventory. Alright, so we placed the import one back. The assembly laser, assembly platform. We should have pressure build up once we attach these. Alright. Pressure's building up. Fantastic. Now what we should be able to do here is get some good stuff, I hope, right? Alright, I didn't move this chest. Alright, so I'm going to place this chest right here. And if I want better pressure tubes, right? So pressure tubes. We want these advanced ones, okay? So the advanced pressure tubes require a drill and laser. So drill and laser card. All right, so this one right here. Okay, so we've thrown that in the main assembly controller, and we're going to need some compressed air or compressed blocks. So is this how this works? Or do I need to just like straight toss this? No? Alright, let's put a chest on both ends. And we might have to look at the book for this. That's not what I wanted. Alright, so let's look at the book real quick here. So, the assembly drill is one of the assembly machines which does the actual work. Its diamond drill head is able to drill through toughest material. The assembly drill cannot reach diagonally, so it must be located directly adjacent. So these are... Okay, hold on. There's a drill. Alright, so this right here. Alright, I didn't know we needed a drill. Alright, how do we place this stuff then? Was I wrong about this thing? No, like they do show that there is multiple, right? Okay, so there's the assembly drill. Alright, so if I just grab this, can I move this back a block and put the assembly controller here and like keep all of this as is? Maybe? I got nothing. Alright, so we've got that placed. The I/O unit's connection between the inventories, the assembly platforms, this robot arm can reach diagonally. Oh, so you could put... Okay, so import items into the thing. All right, what's our problems? So we just need more pressure. All right, but I'm curious if this would work. I'd like to see if this one would work over the diagonal. Let me get the pressure built up, and I'll be right back. All right, so this thing actually did just turn on. So we're going for it. It's taken out of this chest, hopefully. All right. This is going to be a very slow process, it looks like. Of course, I believe as more pressure is added, it should be fine. All right, so there comes the drill. It's doing its thing. And then the laser, I would assume, is next. Oh, cool. It, like, converted into another block. Yeah, doing some speed upgrades in this would probably be a good option. Let's see. Can we grab some volume upgrades, maybe? We'll let this craft, but I was just curious. Volume upgrades. All right, so we're taking the export after the laser got done. It's picking it up. And it's throwing it in here. Perfect. So if we actually just toss in 5 of these, it should just keep going. Right? After it exports into this chest, these hold a max of 20 pressure, which is fantastic. All right, so volume upgrades. Let's just toss in all of this. Okay, let's grab some more iron blocks real quick. We can just toss those iron blocks in here. But I have disconnected this whole side of the system just so we could actually get pressure over here quicker. You know, and all of these are going. Of course, we still have the pressure relief valve and all of that stuff set up. Because I think all of these should be like equivalent, right? A roundabout. Oop. Apparently I have some compressed iron in here, so let's actually take that. So if I grab this, it's gonna like depressurize it completely for a minute there. But I should be able to come over here and grab some speed upgrades. Actually, I have one speed upgrade. So there we go, we got 14. Let's grab that tank back out of here. All right. And we're going to need to do this. Let's take out 5 of them. All right, see, that's a little bit quicker, right? You can see everything's moving just a smidgen quicker. It's very easy to tell. Let's see, the output picks it up. Yeah, that is so much better. All right, so we're going to toss in the rest of those. Now, these pressurized tubes actually would allow for us to get advanced liquid compressors, solar compressors, pneumatic dynamos, which actually is a way to do pressure. So in theory, if you wanted to create, you know, a mod pack for, say, that wanted you to focus on pneumatic craft first to get RF, this would be a way to do it, right? Pneumatic dynamos. They're not really fully efficient, but you can use compressed air to get forge energy if you wanted to. Different upgrades, some fluid tanks, a flux compressor so you can turn RF into air. You know, that's pretty nifty. The advanced air compressor, reinforced air canisters, which make huge fluid tanks apparently, which is kind of curious. What else can we make? Okay, so that was actually all of it, right? So the flux compressors, I was kind of interested in this. Just because, you know, it would be kind of cool to look at. But we also do have like pressurized spawners and stuff. What is aerial interface? Oh, you can basically fill your inventory with items you need. All right. So advanced liquid compressor, right? Is there a way to... Is there a way to take out the fluid in here? Jumbo tank. It does not look like it. So if I actually do this and this, grab a jumbo tank, put this here, put this here. Okay, yes, we can actually get the fluid out of these. Because I kind of just don't want to waste the fluid. And then we can grab a pipe upgrade. Perfect. Actually, that's diesel. All right, everything should be empty. We're going to kind of run out of pressure here. So we're going to actually go over here, disconnect this pipe, and then disconnect this pipe. Okay. So this whole system's gone. Then we're going to take this. We're going to keep this here, get rid of this pipe here, and then we're going to actually just clear out these pipes. And since I have these advanced tanks, I'm actually going to take out this fluid here as well. You know, might as well clear this one out of the diesel so we can actually use it for ethylene. All right. We're going to press use. You can see that we will need a few more pieces of compressed iron. Oh, we got all of it. Perfect. And no loss. That's why you use the pressurized chamber instead of explosions. But if you have a lot of iron to spare, honestly, it is just so much easier to just blow it all up. Alright, so now we've got 4 of these bad boys. Let's place these all back down. And they do produce temperature. Hmm. Hello, Piglin. Alright. Let's make sure that we are producing high signal. Producing on high signal, I should say. Alright. And then... where is my fluid pipes? They're right here. We're just going to smack this. And we're going to throw an ultimate pipe upgrade. And of course, these won't turn on until they reach a certain temperature, right? Which is 50 degrees Celsius. All right, so how are we going to heat these things? That is a question. Where am I going to heat these things? That's another question. Let me actually rotate these. Maybe. Hold on. Let me be right back. All right, so we're going to try something a little silly here. So I made a flux compressor. And what I want to test is if we can actually get these things running off of a different compressor by using a compressor. Right, so we need a vortex tube, right, for all of these. So let's grab a little bit more of this stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then we're going to go down. Okay, they're already generating pressure because I have a tube on the back of this. All right, so rotate it that way, rotate it that way. Get rid of this tube. And then you need to be rotated back. And you should all be generating pressure. Okay? So what I want to do now is actually put some of these advanced. I'm placing them all through the block. Right? And then place down a flux compressor, which I think might need to go at the end here. And we'll grab a flux point. I just kind of want to take a look at this compressor as well, because I've never seen anything like this. Of course, the last time I played Pneumatic Craft really was the actual original Pneumatic Craft, not the repressurized version. So just kind of interesting to look at here. And this also needs temperature. So that didn't do anything for me. I don't know a way to like passively do anything with this. But yeah, so this would need power, but this is, you know, just another way to do it. I kind of want to look at this anyway. So input, heat. So it looks like it actually doesn't really need temperature that much. This is what I'm seeing. Let's see, information. Into compressed air, it has a base efficiency of 40%. It takes 100 FE to generate 40 ml of compressed air. Speed upgrades will reduce the efficiency slightly. The compressor generates heat, which must be dissipated to avoid efficiency loss. Oh, so this actually generates heat. All right, so if we just throw a heat sink on here, we can just disperse the heat, right? So just a few more heat sinks. So this does do what I was thinking. So we should be able to keep it around 20 degrees Celsius, and everything else should power these vortex tubes enough to keep these guys going, right? And then let's see. Unlike you might expect from this mod, the machine won't explode when the temperature gets too high. The lower the efficiency, let's see, much faster generation rate, but also produces heat. The higher the heat, the lower the efficiency. The bottom arrow and the temperature gauge, the lower the efficiency. Okay, so wait, this doesn't need heat? I'm confused. Hold on. But I thought this needed heat. I legitimately thought I just saw it needed heat in the book, but maybe I was wrong. So actually, if we did the opposite, right? So if I put these back on here, just like this, where the cold side is placed, would this actually prevent it from doing that? So it looks like it's trying to regulate it. Okay. I mean, that might work after a while, just because I got the heat too far up. I completely didn't register that. But yeah, this actually be pretty interesting if this would work. Yeah, you can see we're still dropping temperature. So if I do that, just like 256, you can see the temperature is going to drop dramatically. I'm curious if the heat... Is this like the peak temperature cap, like where it wants to start losing efficiency? Yes, the 0% efficiency mark. Okay. Unlike you might expect from this mod, the machine won't explode. All right, so let's actually change these tubes out for the advanced. And also, I want to see about these pressurized tubes. We also got new stuff unlocked. Oop. Let's see, pressure. Pressure tiers. Let's see. Okay, so that we've already seen. Pressure tubes. Doesn't really tell me. Okay. I was just wondering to see if these explode, but I don't see anything about that. But I think with this is the end of the Direwolf20 1.19 pack. We have basically done everything that I want to do, right? Let's keep it that way. There are a few mods that I didn't touch, of course. There's a few mods that I kind of just avoided fully with like mechanisms, reactors, and stuff. This has been one of the, I wouldn't say the most enjoyable. There were quite a few issues in this pack, I will not lie. There were quite a few like hot fixes, I guess you could say, done by the FTB team during this pack because there was a lot of like missing mechanism recipes. There was a few just odds and ends that honestly kind of made me concerned for the quality of FTB packs in general, right? And that's not a bash against anybody at the FTB team. That is just my conclusion, right? I think that this could have been a good pack or a better pack, not because it was a good pack, right? But I think it could have been a better pack if it wasn't so buggy. I guess is the word I'm gonna go with, right? Half-baked maybe. And it's really sad to say that because I've always loved playing the Direwolf 20 packs, and I will probably be back for the next one. But of course, with the end of this pack, a step back will become the full-time pack, and I really do hope we can, have some really good enjoyment with that. And I hope everybody that has downloaded, I believe it's up to like 30 downloads, 27 downloads, but still close to 30. I am genuinely hoping everybody that is playing that really does enjoy it, because I am enjoying it, right? It's such a fun pack so far, and there's some things that I do want to do in the future of that pack to make it better for everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. I really did enjoy it, and I'm gonna miss this world. We put a lot of time. This is actually kind of one of the first ones where I built actual places to store things. Of course, the AA2 bunker is kind of like a mess, but I tried to keep it as clean as possible. But thank you guys so much for watching. I enjoyed every second of this journey, and I really do hope we can, have an amazing journey with a step back and Legend of the Eyes and all of that jazz. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you in a step back. Bye-bye!